Welcome back to another ukulele tutorial. Today we're looking at the song Hello, Goodbye by the Beatles. We'll look at 4 ways to play this song, starting with 2 easy strumming patterns and then moving into 2 finger-picking patterns. Throughout this lesson, you'll find the chords, lyrics, and patterns on screen, and you can also download them as a PDF from my Patreon page. You'll find the link down below in the video description. Stick around for a play-along after the tutorial where I'll play through the entire song and you can play along with me. I want to point out that I'm playing a tenor with a low G. If you have a high G on your instrument, you can follow this entire tutorial and all of the patterns. Just keep in mind that your 4th string will be 1 octave higher than mine, so they will sound slightly different. We're going to start by taking a look at the 7 chords in this song and how to play them. If you're already familiar with these chords, then skip ahead to our first strumming pattern. Our first chord is A minor. I'm playing this chord with my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Then we go to our G chord. I'm playing G with my index and middle fingers on the 2nd fret of strings 1 and 3, and my ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. From G, we lift up our ring finger and move our index and middle fingers up 1 string to form our D7 chord. Then we go to E minor. I'm playing E minor with my index finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, my middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and my ring finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. Next we have our C chord, which is the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Then we have E flat. This is a beautiful chord played with our index finger on the 1st fret of the 1st string and our middle and ring fingers on the 3rd fret of strings 2 and 3. Finally, we have our F chord. I'm playing F with my index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string and my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Now we've come to our first strumming pattern. You say yes, I say no. Let's take a close look at this pattern and how to apply it to our song. For this first strumming pattern, we're going to play a down strum on the 1st and 3rd of every 4 beats. Here's how it looks to play this pattern slowly on an A minor chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's take a look at verse 1. For the verses, we'll play any of our 4 patterns 1 time on each chord for the first 2 lines. So for line 1, we're starting on our A minor chord. We'll play our pattern once, so 2 down strums. And then we move to G. For line 2, we move to D7. Then to E minor, back to D7, and then back to E minor. For line 3, we're going to our D7 chord. We'll play any of our patterns twice on D7. So for this first strumming pattern, this means 4 down strums. At the end of line 3, we're going to our C chord. Here we only have 2 beats, so we're going to play half of a pattern or only 1 down strum on C, which leads us into the chorus. Now I'll play through the first verse, adding in the lyrics using this first strumming pattern. You say yes, I say no. You say stop, and I say go, go, go. the chorus, we're starting on our G chord. We'll play this pattern twice on G, so 4 down strums. For line 2, we're going to split this pattern between our C and our E flat chords. So 1 down strum on C, and then 1 down strum on E flat. Moving into line 3, once again we have 2 patterns on G, so 4 down strums. And then for line 4, we're splitting our first pattern between C and F, and then we'll finish on our G chord, playing this pattern once. Now I'll play through the chorus, adding in the lyrics. I'm going to start at the end of verse 1 on our C chord. I say hello, hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello, hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello. For our second strumming pattern, we're adding in a few more down strums. You say yes, I say no. Let's take a close look at this one. For this second strumming pattern, we're going to do a down strum on all 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Taking a look at verse 2, we're going to play our pattern the same number of times as we played pattern 1. When we get to the end of the verse, on our C chord, which we're going to play for 2 beats, we'll play 2 down strums, which will lead us into the chorus. Now I'll play through verse 2 using the second strumming pattern. I say hi, you say low, you say why, and I say I don't know. Oh no, you say goodbye, and I say. Now we're moving into the chorus. We're going to apply the second pattern the same way we did the first, so the same number of times to each chord change. Taking a look at line 2, we split our first pattern between our C and E flat chords. We're still going to do that with the second pattern, but instead of playing 1 down strum on each chord, we'll play 2 down strums. We'll do the same thing when we get to line 4, splitting this pattern between C and F. Now I'll play through the second chorus, adding in the lyrics using the second strumming pattern. I'll start on our C chord at the end of verse 2. I say hello, hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello, hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello. If you're enjoying this lesson, please give this video a like, and thank you so much for subscribing. Now we're moving into our finger picking patterns. Pattern 3 starts with an arpeggio. You say yes, I say no. Let's take a look at this one. Here's our third pattern played slowly on an A minor chord. I'm starting with an arpeggio, or a broken chord, playing a down strum slowly so that all 4 strings ring out. Then I'm picking string 4 with my thumb, picking strings 1 and 2 together with my index and middle fingers, going back to string 4 with my thumb, and finishing on string 3 with my index finger. The rhythm of this pattern is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Bringing this pattern up to the tempo of this song sounds like this. We'll apply this pattern to the verses of the song. Taking a look at our third verse, this verse is identical to the first verse. We're going to apply this third pattern the same number of times we did our first and second patterns. So once to each chord change on the first and second lines, and then on the third line, twice on D7. When we get to the C chord at the end of the third line, we can do either 1 or 2 down strums that will lead us into the chorus. Now I'll play through the third verse using this third pattern. You say yes, I say no. You say stop, and I say go, go, go. Oh no, you say goodbye, and I say. Now we've come to our fourth and final pattern. We'll apply this pattern to the verses of the song. You say yes, I say no. Let's look at this one up close. Here's our fourth pattern played slowly on an A minor chord. I'm starting by picking strings 4, 3, and 2 with my thumb, index finger, and middle finger. Then I'm going back to string 3 with my index finger, down to string 1 with my ring finger, back to string 3 with my index finger, and finishing on string 2 with my middle finger. The rhythm of this pattern is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Bringing this pattern up to the tempo of this song will sound like this. Taking a look at the verses, we'll apply this pattern the same number of times to our chords as we did the other 3 patterns. So once on each chord change for the first 2 lines, and then twice on our D7 chord on line 3. At the end of line 3, here once again we can play either 1 or 2 down strums on our C chord that will lead us into the chorus. Now I'll play through the first verse, adding in the lyrics, using this fourth pattern. You say yes, I say no. You say stop, and I say go, go, go. Oh no, you say goodbye, and I say. We have 2 more pieces of the song left to cover. The first is the final line of the third chorus. This line ends differently than our first and second chorus. And then the last piece is the outro of the song. This is one line that repeats to a fade, and it's a lot of fun to play. So let's take a look at both of these and how to finish the song. For the final line of the final chorus, using our first pattern, we'll start by splitting the pattern between C and F. Then we go to our E flat chord and we'll play our pattern twice on E flat. Then we finish this line with a G chord, playing our pattern once. We can hold this last note as this final line slows down before we go into the outro. For the outro, we're going to stay on our G chord and repeat this line to a fade, so we can repeat it as many times as we would like. Now I'm going to sing through the final line of the final chorus through the outro. And for the outro, I'll repeat the line 4 times using each of our 4 patterns. I don't know why you say goodbye, I say hello, hello. Hey la, hey but hello, hey la, hey but hello, hey la, hey but hello, hey la, hey but hello. Now we're moving into our play along. I'm going to play through the entire song, instrumental only, so you can really hear how I move back and forth between the different patterns. I'm going to apply our fingerpicking patterns 3 and 4 to the verses and our strumming patterns 1 and 2 to the chorus. Then I'll apply all 4 patterns to the outro. 5, 6, 7, 8. I hope you've enjoyed learning 4 ways to play Hello, Goodbye. Have fun practicing, and thank you for watching. I say hello, hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye, I say hello.